Hey all, welcome to Screeniversity. Today I'm going to share some of my thoughts about the latest sensational trailer of the new Christopher Nolan film, TENET. Now, first of all, I think Nolan made a great choice with the lead actor. John David Washington is a fantastic actor. We have seen him before in this HBO show called Ballers, where he plays Ricky Jarrett. And then there is obviously the Spike Lee film Black Klansman, in which he was like absolutely brilliant. And then even in trailer he has shown signs of some really great acting. And there is obviously Robert Pattinson as well. Suddenly there is an image makeover for him. I think by signing Robert, he is also the new Batman. So kind of my respect for him has gone up since this that werewolf movies. However, the main topic of discussion today is the trailer itself. Now in 2 minutes, now the most significant hallmark of any Christopher Nolan film's trailer is that you can never guess the story from the trailer. But however, I've tried to make some assumptions, tried to put two and two together. I may not be successful. Nobody can understand Nolan, but we all just try to make an attempt, all film lovers like me. The first and the most striking feature about the trailer is that you see that physics has gone for a toss, like it mostly happens in many of his films. You see in the opening scene of the trailer, you see John David Washington and Robert Pattinson climbing a building as if gravity does not exist. I mean, come on, man, that cannot happen, right? Then a few moments later, you see John David Washington, let's call him John. You see John, he's kind of choking, his eyes, his pupils are different color, and then in the background you see a train that's going in reverse. The engine is on the other side, but this train is moving forward. That obviously means that it's going reverse. Then there is a scene later on where there's a large ship, yellow colored ship, and then ships, when they sail in sea water, they leave a trail, right? The ship is actually sailing in the direction of the trail, not the actual way it is supposed to be. So these are things that are pointing toward one obvious theory. And then later toward the end, there is a scene in which John David Washington and Robert Pattinson, John and Robert, they are actually both inside a room. There are bullet marks on a glass wall, and then he says, whatever happened here, then he says it's about to happen. So that means, from whatever I've seen, it somehow it points in the direction of the fact that everything happening around John David Washington is actually happening in reverse. That means he's seeing things in reverse. He's living his life in reverse. It's an easier way to put it. Then somewhere in the middle there is a suited man who says that welcome to the afterlife. Then there is a scene where Dimple Kapadia she says something like you should start seeing life differently or something like that. So these are indications that there's basically a point in the film where John is alive, then he dies, and then these things start happening. But the most stunning and mind-blowing thing that I've seen in the trailer is the car crash scene. Car suddenly crashes, then it's automatically even the license plate just attaches itself back, and the car is back on its wheels. And the most important thing here is that these guys are going in reverse. So somewhere something is happening in reverse. When people saw the trailer of Inception first, I went crazy. I didn't know what to do. Absolutely no idea. Then came the trailer of Interstellar. Then we had some idea there is something going to happen, but the movie was on a complete different level itself. So and this whole thing, there's some okay. Now the the other interesting part here is there's a scene where there's a lady wearing a lab coat, okay, and somewhere I get a feeling that lab coat is not like the latest fashion, okay. It seems like from the 70s or 60s. The reason I felt this was because when she was talking, there is a dialing telephone in the background. Who uses dialing telephone? I know that Christopher Nolan doesn't even use email or cell phone in real life, but that I'm still I don't know how and what's the connection here, but somewhere I think there is a past and then there is a future, because we've seen all modern Audi cars and all that, and then there is a past where they show very, old fashioned type of a laboratory with a old fashioned equipment. I think on the left side there is a voltmeter or a stabilizer kind of basic electrical lab equipment, and there is this dialing telephone. So there are multiple aspects to what you can actually conclude from the trailer that you've seen. So in my speculative opinion, as a fan of Christopher Nolan, I think there is something happening in different, time, the timeline for the lead actor, or as the audience, the timeline is going to play mind tricks with the timeline. That is my first observation. And second thing is that, did you observe that when there is a in the opening scene, you see these two guys climbing a wall like there's no gravity. I just mentioned that earlier. And then they are talking to Dimple Kapadia. They're actually climbing her balcony, because I saw the railing. The railing is the same. Okay, you can check out here. So somehow Dimple seems to be the center of the story in some way. And also there is another angle that I was thinking of. I don't know how far this is true, but this is just my mind, doing the talking. I just wanted to share some of my thoughts. Then there is this scene where they show some sort of a portal. Okay, he says, what are you trying to do here? Then he says, then she says, trying to save the world from World War III. Then he says nuclear holocaust. Then then a voiceover says that it's something worse. I think it's destruction of the planet or something, because are they talking of an alternative universe here where everything happens in reverse, and in the normal universe everything happens normally, and this guy is from there, or he has been there, or he dies and goes there? There are so many questions and so much excitement. I don't know what to do with all this. Anyway, as a finishing touch, have you seen that the date at the end appears in reverse order? And anyway, to conclude, I don't know what Christopher Nolan is going to do, but anyway, congratulations to him. He was just conferred upon the honor of CBE. CBE is like a British royal title, Commander of the Most something. Okay, just Google it. CBE is a very big thing. Congratulations, I'm happy for you. And the 7-month wait is going to be a very, very long one. However, I'm sure there will be another trailer and we'll discuss it again. See you all. Thank you.